Welcome to another episode of The Purple Pony. I'd like to welcome my friend Mark Zupan.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Mark is an old friend of Jackass. We met you during the promotion of Murderball, right? And when we saw Murderball, I mean, there was a lot of characters in the film that we loved, but you stuck out tremendously as being as much of a jerk as the rest of the guys here. A lovable jerk.
I see how this is going. This is how we're starting, huh?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
A lovable jerk. So Michelle from Jackass World wants to know, every guy would do Elvis without a doubt, but which Jackass guy would you do the dirty with?
Yeah, Pontius, no, because that'll hurt. Steve-O, nah, because I know him. Maybe just a PJ, just to say, hey, look.
I fucked Johnny
I
Knoxville.
fucked Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, so let's talk about your dick a little bit, because I hear from Sarah De Sorego,
oh, God damn it. I knew
the
this
wardrobe dresser.
I knew it was coming. I just knew it.
You are hung like a horse.
No, I'm no Chris Pontius.
Just explain to everybody what capacity your body
I am
functions.
Classified as a quadriplegic. And people are like, well, how are you a quadriplegic? You have full movement of all four limbs. Quadriplegic does not mean total paralysis of all four limbs. It means impairment. So, shake that hand. That's good. Shake this one. That's it. So, if you look at my hands, that's how that hand stays.
Okay.
But I can move my legs.
And you can walk a little, right? So, but your penis, so is that...
What's awesome? Here, it's as fucked up as it sounds. It's better to be a quadriplegic than a paraplegic. Why? Paras have cock envy for the fact that their penis doesn't work. Quads do. We have less movement, but
your dick works. Totally the same as before.
Harder to come, but yeah.
Harder to come.
Which is good for a girl.
Yeah, totally. So you don't need. I actually did some research. Caverject, I heard, was like, what is that?
I've tried that. That's you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Caverject.
Jesus, it's an injection. So, coming out of rehab, you have friends they're in chairs and they're like, here, you got to try either prostaglandin or Caverject.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's an injection. You got to take your dick and you put a needle and inject this.
Where do you put it in? Do you put it in the head or
no, in the shaft.
Okay.
Lower on the shaft.
Try to get that vein, right?
No, stay away from veins.
Oh.
It's muscle. Dead muscle. But I mean, I was hard for 8 fucking hours.
Rocket dick just...
Good God, it's like, I could be a carpenter. Let's go nail it. And you're like, all right, it should react in like 2 to 5 minutes. And it was, whoop! And you're like...
And because your penis is so big, it probably hit you in the face.
Stop it.
Position-wise, it has to, like, have you had to switch it up?
No, you get more creative.
You do? Mm-hmm. Can you tell her?
Yeah,
I feel like you probably have guys in wheelchairs that are, or girls that should know about this.
Yeah, well, what's cool about position-wise, it's a little different because you got to hold yourself up with your hands. So as I'm fucking, I got to hold myself up.
Do you have to go on bottom or top?
Either or.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
No, on top. If I'm on top, legs over the shoulders are awesome because I have enough function that I can bring my knees up. And
I had to get a visual.
I know you're like.
Oh, legs over the top. Okay.
But no, I mean, it's modified a little bit, but it makes it fun.
You're probably a lot better in bed than a lot of guys because you have to put that effort in.
You're more aware of your partner. It's a good thing.
I might turn on to guys in wheelchairs.
Some of them might be dead fish, but I mean.
Well, then I'll just give him some Caverject and we're convinced.
Yeah, it's like, hey, just sit there. I'll go to town.
Do you like girls that talk in bed or that?
It's fun.
Are you a talker?
Sometimes when I'm about to come, yeah. I'll be like, all right, keep going there, because it's so weird. It's a weird experience when I come because my body does different things.
Does it tell? What happens when you come?
Oh, it's wild. My legs will just start spasming. It's just like, legs are going everywhere. And,
that's awesome.
And
what else happens?
It happens every so often. The first time I ever ejaculated after I was in a chair, it felt like my head was going to explode. It felt like somebody
Your penis head?
No, this head, because the blood pressure goes up, and it's just like, you get a pounding headache, you're like, what the... So it's getting used to it. It was wild.
Lorian wants to know, do you prefer boobs or butts? Tits or ass?
God. I stare at ass all day, so that's I mean...
That's pretty funny. JB wants to know, be honest. Do you ever use your gold medal to impress girls?
Use my gold medal to get fucking anything.
It's
awesome. Hell yeah.
Knight also wants to know, when it comes to sex, what crosses the line between sexually adventurous and downright kinky in your book?
I don't know if I have a whole lot of lines. Stay away from my ass and we're good.
You're not the ass. Even like a little finger. One of my favorite questions always that I ask everyone. Would you rather have sex or get a blowjob?
Sex.
Why?
Because you can please the girl. I mean, I'll go down on a chick for hours and not have to worry about her doing anything. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like,
double thumbs up, Mark Zupan.
Sorry. The hell did I... What do you mean? Why are you apologizing? This is awesome.
Your story is inspirational and means so much to the disabled community, but the real question Jab has is, what's the craziest thing a girl has ever asked you to do?
I don't know. I haven't had anyone say, hey, will you pee on me, or will you fucking shit on my chest or anything.
Would you do it?
No, that's odd.
But thank you for being so awesome and for having such a big cock and for...
Oh, Jesus. It always goes back to...
this. Double thumbs up, Mark Zupan.
Sorry.